Good morning. It is 9:12, about 2 hours south of the Twin Cities. You will find one of the rarest dinosaur fossils ever discovered. It's installed at Winona State University.
So this fossil has preserved skin and other soft tissue, which is almost never found in fossils, by the way. We have a special guest joining us this morning via Zoom to tell us a little bit more about this dinosaur mummy. We are welcoming Dr. Lee Beatty, who is the professor and chair of the Department of Geoscience at Winona State University. Hello, doctor. Thanks for being with us.
Oh, good morning. Thanks for having me.
Tell us about, first of all, the program at Winona State University that you chair. Tell us about this.
So, we have a geoscience program, and we have students studying geology, environmental science, and geoscience education. And so it's a pretty diverse geology program. We think it's one of the best in the state. We've got faculty that cover a real broad range of expertise. And we've got lots of alums who are doing lots of great things.
And one of your alum, as I understand this, has like a fossil tourism type situation. Is that in North Dakota? Is that how you guys ended up with this fossil?
Yes, exactly. So one of our alums runs a company called Hell Creek Fossils. And it's basically an adventure tourism kind of business. And so you can join up with them and go out to North Dakota and work on active fossil days. And so during the scouting of the summer of 2024, before we had guests coming out to help us work, we discovered the remains of this dinosaur up on the top of a butte about 85 feet off the ground, but had people start working on it that summer. And then we got it wrapped up this summer, got it down off the butte, brought it out to Winona.
And is that what we're seeing behind you? If we can go back to your live Zoom, is that what is behind you?
Yeah, so this is Medusa, or dinosaur mummy. It's an Admonosaurus. And what we're looking at right now is the burlap and plaster jacket that surrounds the fossil. So before we could move it out of the field, we have to secure all of the bones safely so it can be moved so nothing is destroyed. And so we wrap it up in burlap and cover it in plaster. And then you can see there we built kind of a roll cage around it so that we could flip it over and take it down off the butte safely. And so now we've got it here at Winona State in our Science Lab Center. And we're getting ready to start doing some work on it. We're going to open it up and start removing the rock from around the remains of the dinosaur.
And what makes this particular fossil so unique is that there is still some tissue from this that's been preserved. How does that happen scientifically?
Well, that's a good question. We're not entirely sure exactly how this process works. There has to be a specific combination of the right kind of tissue, right? So an animal with a hide that is tough enough to survive the preservation process. And then they have to be preserved in an environment where they're able to not be destroyed, right, before the remains can be preserved. And it's very possible that there is some bacterial action working after the remains are buried to help essentially kind of make a coating around the remains and might be really important in preserving that tissue. So that's something that researchers are still trying to work on and figure out just exactly how this happens. But when we find dinosaur remains with preserved tissues, it's very exciting because there aren't a lot of these. And each one of them is helping give us a more complete picture of what these animals were like when they were alive.
And is that what we're seeing here? What is this exactly that we're seeing? And give me the perspective, like how big of a piece this is.
All right, so what we're looking at there is the actual preserved skin of the dinosaur. That piece is about the size of a golf ball. And so each one of those scales is maybe a 1/4 inch in diameter. And you can see that the scales here are so well preserved that you can see a lot of detail on the surface of each individual one, right? So it's not just we're seeing a general pattern, but we're getting a really good sense of what the texture of the skin would have been like.
Well, that is pretty remarkable, because I think normally when people see a fossil or they think of going to a museum, they just see the bones, and to really get a look at that skin like that, that is so cool.
What will you do with this skin, and what will you hope to glean from what you do with it?
Well, what we're doing right now with the few pieces of skin that we recovered from the site is actually looking at how exactly these pieces have been preserved, right? So we have a couple of pieces that we have cut with a rock saw, and we're going to be looking at those under the microscope to see what's actually inside there. We have some pieces that we've pulverized for chemical analysis. And so that's kind of the first step, is just getting a sense of what the preservation was like with this particular dinosaur. And then after that, we can start moving into a lot more detailed kinds of analysis, and maybe looking for traces of organic material in the skin, or some other kinds of really interesting information. But we're just starting to scratch the surface right now.
Well, Dr. Lee, we'd love to check back in, a little bit later down the line and see where you're at. Will that thing be cleared away enough where what's left of the bones could be on display at Winona State?
Absolutely. So we're going to start working on this in the spring, and if we're lucky, once we open up the jacket, we're going to find not bones, but hopefully a lot more skin that's been preserved. Wow. Once we get the rock cleared away. So fingers crossed, that's what we're hoping to find in here.
Well, we'll check back in with you in a few months. In the meantime, we're all going to learn what an Edmontosaurus is.
It's a duck-billed, right? Yep.
Yep.
That's all you need to know. Dr. Lee, thanks for your time. Good to meet you. If you folks at home would like to read more about this dinosaur mummy, head to minnesotalive.com. We'll post a link right there with some more information.